Hello everyone, welcome to RacinGameShow. My name is Wojtek and today I just wanted to show you a vrc-pro, RC car simulator or radio controlled car simulator. At the moment you could have access to 8 cars and 8 tracks with the free subscriptions they have in offer at the moment. So it's quite a generous offer, really hard to refuse, and it actually looks pretty good. They have off-roaders, road cars, and here I decided to open a multiplayer lobby. It was open just for 3 players, and wasn't actually too bad. 2 other guys joined quite quickly, so it's totally random, total strangers. I named the room as a newbie, as I really struggle with controlling this car. And now the warm-up is over and we have a qualify session, and it's 2 minutes. I'm not too sure actually if we need to set the best lap or just put as many laps as possible to qualify. I wasn't too sure. All I know, I was the worst in qualifying session. I made the least number of laps, and my fastest lap probably wasn't as fast as fastest laps of other guys. No, but that doesn't really matter. I just want to give you a few impressions about the game, and I just want to point out I'm not an expert in RC racing. I never actually did it myself, and after trying this one I can say it's much harder than it looks. These cars are so twitchy, it's just crazy scary. If you wanna put the throttle down, you cannot touch the steering. As you can see, I was sliding like crazy. If you wanna go fast, you just have to let the steering go. Position your car at the beginning of the straight and then put it. Otherwise, you would be spinning out. Now, for example, I did almost did okay this time. Oh, but did okay this time. So the camera I'm using, that's the only available one. You could only change zoom a slightly bit, so it's positioned in the way that it will be simulated, because when you're racing this kind of radio controlled cars, that's the view you're gonna have. So I stuck there a bit. Yeah, but virtual marshals will clear you up, no bother. All you need to do is just press space, and the qualifying session is over. Now 2 other guys are already placed on the grid, so I'm gonna go and try to join them. Let's see if I can take a shortcut. Yep. Okay. As you can see, there's loads of settings you could change, like camber, tow, ride height, and some other stuff. So before we go, you could compare your lap times to the other drivers. As you can see, there's even battery guide, so you know how much battery you have left. I was browsing a forum a bit, and you could actually manage your battery. It's like managing the fuel during a race. Okay, the race just started, and actually I'm doing quite okay at the first lap. Managed to leave the guys behind. And again, mistake at the straight. I touched the steering and the car was sliding. Now going over those bumps, you really have to train to make them properly, because you can see the guy behind me, he jumped, his speed just landed him on the top of the hill, and he was just flipping his car. So you cannot go too fast, you cannot go too slow, you have to just make those jumps just right. So that's another challenge of racing with these cars, which is very actually challenging and can be very exciting, I must admit. I'm using an Xbox controller with this game, but what's interesting, anybody can use their own real RC controller. If you have your own transmitter, all you need to do is purchase a USB dongle from VRC World website. It's not very expensive, it's only 10 or 15 euro or so, and you could actually use your own transmitter to control your virtual car in the game. And again, it's not really directed as to the gamers. This simulator is actually targeted towards real RC drivers, and it is supposed to be a training tool. I didn't actually investigate if the trucks we have here are the actual real trucks, but I can imagine it would be, as it wouldn't be too hard to actually recreate them, and I suppose licensing wouldn't be such an issue as with the real car racing. There's another mistake by me there. If you look at the upper left corner, I'm still on the lead, 24 seconds ahead, or even 1 lap ahead of Jonas and 2 laps ahead of Mamu. So I did surprisingly well in this race. Obviously plenty of mistakes. Another one here. Yeah, it's very, very tricky, despite I have a Xbox controller, should be pretty good for it, because you have analog steering, analog bumpers to control throttle and brakes. But you definitely need loads of training to be very consistent. And this is actually one of the easiest tracks, I suppose, because I tried buying more off-road track, and man, it was very, very hard to stay on the track. It was an 8-figure shape, so you would have to jump across the track to complete the lap. So it was much harder than this one, and believe me, it's not easy to keep putting consistent laps on this one. There's with loads of training you can be much better. And another spin. Now this 5 minutes race is coming nearly to the end, so I will be wrapping up. And I would definitely encourage you to download this game. As I said, with free subscription you have access to 8 spec cars, 8 tracks, which is, I would say, it's very generous, and you definitely could get plenty of fun from this game. As you can see, good graphics, physics looks, I'm not an expert, but they look very convincing. They are definitely very fun and rewarding. Loads of setup management, and it's a tool for real RC racers, so it has to be actually pretty good deal. Oh, this is over of the race. I actually finished 2 laps ahead of Jonas. So that's it in this episode of RGS. Please leave your comments, likes, subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks for watching, see you again.